Hello, my name is Arlen McFarlane. I'm the Curious Gardener, and I'm here today with Enrica Nadalini at Earth Wisdom Farm. Welcome, Enrica.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
You're welcome.
And today we're talking sex in the greenhouse, more commonly known as pollination. What are we pollinating today?
We'll be pollinating some cucumbers and some regular zucchinis and some specialty squash, Scallopini Starship and Scallopini Sunburst. The reason we have to do this manually is because we're in a greenhouse and the bees and the pollinating insects may or may not come in. So we use a little paintbrush and we just go to the male flower and then to the female flower and use the pollen that's stuck on the little brush to brush it onto the female flower. So you do this.
Oh, lots of pollen on that one. Holy moly,
There.
look at that. That's beautiful.
And then you go look for a female going like this. Really what I do is just imitate an insect. And I'm not really discriminating, I just go to each flower and just really gently touch the flower inside and just go on, and that's, for me, that's the most efficient way to do it.
How do you tell the female flower from the male flower?
So with the zucchini and the squash, it's really easy because the male flower grows tall and has a really slender stem, and then inside it has a fuzzy little stencil. Like it's real fuzzy. The female flowers stay further down, same big beautiful yellow flower, but inside a bit more compacted. It's not fuzzy. And behind it you will see a small little fruit.
Here we've got a female, and the flower hasn't opened yet. And as we see, the females are on shorter stalks.
This is what happens when they don't get pollinated. So they have a little fruit, but then they start to rot.
Oh yeah, it's kind of all mushy. Are cucumbers exactly the same as squash and zucchini?
Cucumber have smaller flowers. I don't find them as distinct. You have to look a lot closer. So if you look at this little flower, it has this fuzzy thing and nothing behind it. If you can't quite see the fuzziness inside, behind it there is no fruit. So that would tell you that it's a male flower. So this would be a female flower. You can see the slight difference. It's not as fuzzy. And you go like this. And then behind it though is a little pickling cucumber.
Does it ever happen that you can't find your paintbrush?
Yes, it's happened, and then you just use something else that you find. The easiest is your hands. You use your little finger. You can use whatever is fine and gentle that you can get to the inside of the flower. You can also just take a male flower off of a plant and go directly with the fuzzy part to the female flower.
So you can just introduce the male flower to the female flower, give them a little smooch.
The English cucumber don't need to be pollinated, and all of the flowers will have the fruit growing behind it. They like to grow up, and they make this little wiggly arms that will just attach to just about anything. Off of it grows this lovely fruit with the flower at the end. With English cucumbers, you can let them grow up to easy 12 inches or so. Some people like them shorter, and again, they will grow in diameter as well, so depending on what your preference is. The recommendation for zucchini, for example, the elongated ones, is between 6 and 8 inches. Some people like to have them even up to 12 inches. Much larger than that, they'll start to develop or mature the seeds inside, And so then you'll have a fruit with quite a bit of seeds in there that you can take out and give to the chicken or whatever.
How come you can just shake a tomato?
It's because they have the male and female flower on the same plant, and you just shake, and then that little dust will be enough for them to grow.
Every flower that gets pollinated ends up with a little tomato. Whoever thought sex in the greenhouse would be so varied? Enrica, thanks for giving us a leg up on pollination.
You're welcome.